class. This is going to be our experimental setup for the conservation of spring and gravitational potential energy, Lab 12. So, setup's pretty simple. We have our spring connected to this arm, and we just have that connected or lined up with this meter stick, which allows us to measure the displacement of our spring. Now, to this spring, we will be adding our different masses, and through the combination of adding masses and displacing the spring some amount, we should be able to calculate the spring constant K, and additionally, we should be able to calculate the gravitational potential and spring potential energies at two different points. So with the first part of the lab, that is going to be data table 1, we are given a number of masses and we are asked to hook these masses onto our spring. Now, this spring is going to displace some amount because we're adding an external force to that, right? So we go from the 0 point right there, where that is our spring's natural resting position, and we are displaced to about 11 or 12 centimeters there. And so we would just record that displacement, and then take the mass off, and then add another one, and then repeat. So on to the determination of the spring and gravitational potential energies of the spring system. As described in the instructions, I've added a 500-gram mass to the spring, and you can tell it's quite displaced at this point. With this 500-gram mass, our new resting position is somewhere around 60 centimeters, right? And so what we'll do is, by x1, we will displace our spring to that amount, right? And we will let it drop. And then there, we will measure the lowest point that spring reaches. And that will be determined as x2. And you are given both x1, the starting position, and x2, the final position.